hope you're doing well and taking care of yourselves. Obviously, based on the title, you're here because you either agree with me that femininity content, or black femininity content to be more exact, that we find here on YouTube is a scam, or you think I'm a hater, so you're hate watching to disagree with me. Either way, thank you for being here, and I hope you stick around. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Tiana Empowers. She's a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to and I respect. And I'm grateful to her because she made a similar video a while back, which is how I even came to know anything or even understand anything regarding femininity YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna call it that. We're gonna call it Femininity YouTube. And to start, I just want to make you guys a little familiar. If you're not, femininity, or there's an entire community of YouTubers or creators here on YouTube that fancy themselves femininity experts or gurus, and they make content specifically to teach women how to be feminine. Typically this content is intended to help women attract men, or high quality men as they put it. So let's get right into it. If you want to see it for reference, I definitely recommend that you do. But you can just search Black Femininity on YouTube and you'll find tons of videos that basically are made to teach women, Black women, how to be more feminine. So go ahead, give it a quick look. There's one YouTuber in particular who's pretty popular for doing videos where she will kind of take a celebrity woman and do a video kind of talking about this woman's fashion choices, behaviors, characteristics, and the things that make that woman famous, and she will determine for her followers whether or not that woman is considered feminine. So definitely check out some of those videos. Like I said, just search Black Femininity and you'll find tons of content. There's some that in every video I feel like there's some things that I agree with and then most things that I don't. So I just want to make it abundantly clear that I did go ahead and watch some of those videos, especially once Tiana did hers, because I didn't know anything about this before Tiana's video. So I watched a lot of these videos and it kind of inspired me to make this video. I also saw a video that Ayami Loho did where it was a reaction video to a femininity video, and I loved it. It was great. Let me start by saying this. I love, and absolutely support Black women stepping into their femininity. Specifically because we all know that for centuries, Black women have not been seen by others as feminine beings, nor have we haven't even been given the room to be seen as feminine. So if you take a Black woman and you tack on dark skin, you tack on a few extra inches as in height, and even the slightest bit of athleticism, then essentially we're toast. I fall into an aesthetic of Black women who could very well be seen as not feminine enough. Why? I'm dark skinned, I'm tall, I don't have a very soft and sultry voice. And shoot, according to some of these gurus, I say that, sparingly, according to them, if I even as much as wear sweatpants to the grocery store, I'm not feminine. So let me make it abundantly clear before we go further that I consider myself, me, Deidra, I consider myself to be a feminine woman, and I don't only rest in my feminine energy, baby. I live in it. I am a feminine woman, okay? So I don't want this video to be considered anti-femininity. I just want the video to kind of serve as a different perspective, some insight rather, or just like a different perspective. I don't even want to say correction, but maybe just a different way, a different option maybe. So let me just start by asking, what is a feminine woman? I had to ask myself that before I started the video. And I personally define femininity as a state of mind, like an existence, your presence, if you will. I think there's a certain level of ease and confidence that makes a woman truly feminine. And I know I have it, okay? I have it, and I want every feminine woman to have it. Of course, for the purpose of the video, I did my Googles and literally searched, what is a feminine woman? And the most fitting hit that I got was an article written for the Times of India's website back in 2010, okay, by Vanita Dharananja. I hope I pronounced her name correctly, but the article was titled, What Makes a Woman Truly Feminine? I think the title's pretty self-explanatory, but if by chance it's not, it was simply an article that was meant to help determine the meaning of femininity, or what it really means to be feminine. So Vanita surveyed both men and women, and she asked what they think makes a woman feminine. And honestly, I'm not surprised by some of the responses she got. I'm not going to dissect the article in this video, but if you guys want the full scope of the article and, you know, the nitty gritty, then it is linked below. I hope you guys make the time to take the time to read it, because it was a really good article. I will, though, I'm going to quote my favorite takeaway from the article, the thing that kind of felt good to me. And it says, femininity to a woman is a feeling that comes from within. It's a happiness, a confidence that spreads warmth to her heart, brings a sparkle to her eyes, and a secret beguiling smile to her lips. When she feels most feminine, there's lightness in her step and spirit, and she's attractive to all around. Attractive to all around. Like I said, I particularly love the article because it's very much aligned with what I believe femininity to be. So with just that alone, I couldn't help but reference it. I do hope you guys take the time to go read it. It's a short read, and I think a worthy read, and I think it'll kind of help out a lot, especially for women who really and truly are unsure of what femininity is or what it means to feel and be feminine. But anyway, after all that blabbing, let's get to it. Let's get to what you have been waiting for. Why do I feel like the ever popular femininity content on YouTube is a scam? Okay, we be out here bamboozled by the end of them videos. Okay, I be feeling so scammed by the end of them videos, and I don't watch them to learn how to be feminine. I just watch them because they pop up on my recommendations sometimes. But it's simple. I think it's a scam because the way it's presented is divisive, sexist, and counterproductive. I know that's a lot of loaded language, but that's how I feel. Okay. Now, I consider myself to be feminine, and I am a womanist, which is basically a feminist. And as such, I can't agree with the majority of the content on YouTube that sells black femininity. And I just want to reiterate, because I feel like I've been saying it the whole time, but I'm going to keep saying it. I encourage black femininity. We deserve to be feminine. We deserve to rest in our feminine energy. Period. That's all I'm going to say. For one, there's no one way, or even rather, there's no one aesthetic to being feminine. I feel like a lot of the content surrounding femininity places a lot of importance on what you should wear or how you should speak, you know, things like that, outward appearance, and it's kind of repulsive. Like in my personal opinion, that you guys did not ask for, that I'm gonna give anyway, the only aesthetic that matters regarding femininity is what makes you feel good, okay? Does that make sense? What do you feel most confident in? How do you like to wear your hair? I want to know. These are things you need to ask yourself. Some of, you know, the content that the gurus or experts are out here trying to sell, it's kind of like creating a specific blueprint on how to be feminine, and I feel like it's causing problems, because like if every single person who wants to be feminine or who is feminine follows this paradigm of what femininity is, especially as far as aesthetics go, we're gonna have a bunch of cookie cutter feminine robots walking around, and I just think it's gonna take away from the beauty of the world, because I feel like what makes the world most beautiful is like the uniqueness of everyone in it. So if we've got everyone going for the same types of fabrics and the same hairstyles and the same makeup choices, what is that? It's not going to be beautiful, at least in my opinion. I just feel like this obsession with aesthetic, it makes the existing femininity content divisive, because it's creating this requirement for women who aren't naturally girly to force themselves into clothes and makeup that they don't like or that they're not comfortable in. And, you know, it's just, how do I say it? It's just problematic. That's just the best I can do for you guys right now. It's just problematic. I saw a video where the creator said feminine women don't wear Timbs, and I was like, what? Why? Like, I'm not feminine because I'm wearing boots, especially in the winter? Like, what? I've seen some videos who are like, wear dresses more, you know? I'm like, but what if I feel more comfortable in jeans? Like, what's up with that, you know? And of course, don't get me started on start speaking with a softer, more sultry voice. Stop, okay? Look, there's nothing wrong with recommendations, but I feel like the minute those recommendations become a means of shaming those who are not doing what you're recommending, then you're doing it wrong, okay? Period, no question. I feel like a lot of the creators that I'm speaking on, they tend to name drop women who you should not dress like or you should not dance like as a way to drive their points home, and it's very divisive, it's very rude, and it's a no-go for me. I think it's divisive as hell, period, okay? I feel like some of them also have this feeling that femininity and feminism don't go hand in hand. That's where I draw the line. Now I don't consider myself a feminist. I consider myself a womanist. If you don't understand the difference between the two, Google it. But I'm going to keep it simple according to the originator of the term. Womanism is to feminism as lavender is to purple. So it's all the same, kind of. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. But anyway, I feel like once you tack on the fact that a lot of the femininity content is intended to attract a man, and you got to change your aesthetic, it gives me bait and switch vibes. And honestly speaking, if you change your whole aesthetic and you're wearing clothes that you're not most comfortable in, and you're wearing your makeup in a way that you don't normally like, or you're changing your hair, if you change yourself, if you change what feels good about you to attract a partner, it really just gives me bait and switch vibes. Okay? And I think it's a surefire way to start a relationship that's going to turn into a total train wreck. Okay? Which, you know what? Perfect segue into how a lot of the Black femininity content is sexist. And I think it's sexist simply because if you're tapping into your feminine energy, if you're trying to be more feminine, and it's specifically to attract a partner, that's sexist, at least in my opinion. Okay? Like, you tapping into that femininity should be for you, not a man. And that's on period. That's all I'm gonna say. And I just want to tell you girls, everybody watching, girls, guys, whatever you are, anybody who cares about having that feminine energy, let me tell you a little something I learned about attraction. Okay? You are what you attract. Okay? Let me repeat that one. You are what you attract. If you are attracting unavailable, shiesty people who only, like hit it and quit it, or who make you feel like an afterthought or anything like that, then baby, drop them, okay? Drop them. Look within, and you try to decipher what it is that you're putting out there to attract those kinds of people. Because people like that can sense in you when you'll put up with any and everything. And as long as they sense that in you, they will take you for a ride, okay? Like, they gonna have you chilling on a back burner, okay, until they find somebody that they feel better with, that they truly want. Like, you're out here willing to accept anything because you want to attract this person. They sense that, they're holding on to you until they find the next person. It's an unhealthy cycle that I'm equipped to speak on because, baby, I've been on both sides of that coin, okay? And it's just, you are what you attract. So if you guys want a separate video on attraction, I'm happy to do that for you, but only if you guys want it. But let me know in the comments if you want a video on attraction, and I can do that. But I usually, just to wrap this part up, I usually tell all my friends who are looking for a partner to stop. Number one, literally stop that. But also ask yourself why. Because if you're on the hunt for a partner, especially a man, if you're on the hunt for a man and your answer to yourself when asked why is because you want to complete yourself or you want to make your days better, then baby, you're not ready for a partner, okay? I want to give you guys one of my favorite quotes, and it's by Rick Ross of all people. Rick Ross quotes? What? Can Rick Ross be profound? Anyway, it's the end of his verse in the Deuces remix when he said, "How can you love me, baby? First you gotta love yourself." Listen, that goes for everybody, okay? How in the hell are you gonna love somebody, especially like if you don't love yourself? That goes for a partner, a baby, a pet, hell, your friends, whatever. How are you going to love someone else if you don't even love yourself? Okay? So let me just get you to understand this. No matter how much you update your wardrobe, no matter how many changes you make to your hair, how well you learn to apply your makeup, how many hobbies you pick up that are considered feminine, if those things are not natural to you and you're doing those things just to attract a man and you don't really love yourself, like love yourself down, baby, you're not going to attract the partner for you. You need to learn to love yourself, focus on loving you, and you're going to attract that love that is meant for you. This is not a video on finding a partner, nor is it a video on attraction, so let me stick to the femininity. But if you do want a video, let me know and I'll make one for you, okay? Now, there's several reasons why Black femininity content is counterproductive, but I'm only going to focus on two out of many. Anyway, the first one is it's not inclusive. Like, it's not inclusive at all. I feel like the content that sells Black femininity is leaving out a huge chunk of women. like black women, especially, you know, this content is for black women, but I feel like it leaves out black trans women, who I sometimes find to be a little bit more feminine than a lot of cis women. And why? Because I find femininity to require confidence. And, you know, like I said, the main ingredient in femininity is confidence. And I feel like a trans woman who is out possesses a great deal of confidence. So that right there, you're leaving out black trans women. Girl, not fair. It also leaves out women with natural hair and short haircuts, especially the 4C girls like myself. I feel like it leaves out natural hair women, especially 4C girls, and the baddies with fades, the Bake Your Mama. It also leaves out men. Yes, I know, men, girl, femininity, men. Here's why it leaves out men. There are men who are more feminine than some cis women, and even like cis women who are masculine presenting are being left out. There are men who have feminine energy, who deserve to enjoy that feminine energy and rest in it and tap into it. And I mean, they have MJ Harris to lean on for that content, but it's unfair for us to be leaving them out. That's just my opinion. Sorry if you disagree. Actually, I'm not sorry if you disagree. That's just how I feel. I feel like this video is long enough. So I'm gonna wrap it up by saying that there is no one way to be feminine, because after watching a lot of femininity YouTube, I think the things that are considered feminine, according to them, it's just very commercialized stuff that seems to be wrapped up in consumerism. But you know, that's a different video for a different day. I do feel like even though I possess a lot of the qualities and traits that they're selling to women, I feel like, I mean, I was able to put myself in the shoes of women who are not like that. I was able to put myself in the shoes of women who don't like to wear dresses, who don't know how to apply makeup, who just don't possess any of those girly things that these women are telling you have to be in order to be considered feminine. So just think about this. Like, imagine wanting to embrace your feminine energy, and this video that's claiming that it'll help teach you how to be feminine, you know, basically just drags the entire essence of who you are. It's kind of messed up. And I feel like everyone deserves to be true to themselves, regardless, you know. And I think there's a better way. I really do. I hope you guys agree. If you don't, let me know respectfully in the comments. I've been thinking about making a sequel to the video, like a part 2. That'll cover some more constructive versions of the recommendations that are in the existing videos. So if you want that, let me know, because I would be happy to make it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this off. You know, according to one video, what I just did is not feminine. That filler, not feminine. Oh God, I feel like I'm being petty now. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I want you guys to share this with your friends, your lovers. Regardless, if you agree, if you disagree, if you want to drag me for bringing my unsolicited opinion here, share it with your friends when you do it, okay? I hope this information resonates. I hope it was helpful. I really hope that we can have a good conversation about this in the comments. Like, tell me, like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Is the femininity content that exists the most helpful thing? Is it what the black community needs? Or am I tripping? I mean, maybe I'm tripping. I want to know. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys will come back for my next video. Find me on Instagram. Let's chat. And remember, this is not an attack on the existing femininity gurus. I want to know. Let's have a conversation. Ladies who make this content, ladies who does this, the pros, the gurus, whatever you consider yourself, please, let's have a conversation about this. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I hope we can have a conversation about it. Until next time, bye. Shout out to my eczema. I'm done. This is canceled.